Hello, everyone, and welcome to this channel. And I hope that everyone was able to follow already, and I'm really hoping that you will be able to like, share, and share this video. And welcome to your introduction to the concepts of sustainability, development, and governance. This is for the subject sustainable development and governance. Okay, so as we start, of course, it's important for us to develop first, no, yung definition natin ng ating pong sustainable development. And as defined, yung common ano, no, yung classical definition ng sustainable development, it is the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. So with this definition, kitang-kita no na meron tayong dalawang core principle na pinag-uusapan. So number one, kailangan daw po no nami-meet daw po natin yung ating po mga present needs, pero kailangan din that our future generations will be able to meet their own needs pagdating daw po ng araw. Okay. So as I have mentioned kanina no, so yung tinatawag natin na intergenerational equity is something na ano no, is something na gustong mangyari ng sustainable development. At ano daw po itong intergenerational equity? So definitely this is the fairness across all of the generations sa pinag-uusapan natin. Hindi lamang ngayon kung hindi pati nang hinaharap or ang vice versa. Kasi may mga situation, so say for example, no, you might be wondering, sir, ano pinagkaiba ng conservation at saka ng sustainability? So when we say conservation, na pinapatagal mo lang yung iyong ano no, pinapatagal mo lang yung iyong paggamit or hindi naman kaya iniimbak mo para ma-meet yung need ng future generation. Ang problema doon, syempre, no, kahit na sabihin natin na ma-meet natin yung need ng future generation, ang problem natin will actually lie doon sa current generation. Kasi baka mamaya hindi na dahil sa pagtitipid natin, hindi na po natin na-meet yung ating pong own needs. So with that, ayan ano, yung ikalawang core principle ng sustainable development is magkaroon ng needs-based prioritization. Most especially yung mga pangangailangan ng ating pong mga kababayan o di naman kaya ay mga ano no kapwa-taong mahihirap. So, ulitin lang din natin, ano, pag pinag-usapan natin, ito dapat natutugunan kung ano yung gusto mo ng walang pagpipigil. Kaya kung mapapansin ninyo, sustainability versus conservation, mas doon tayo mag-gear towards sustainability so that hindi lang natin maano no mako-conserve kung ano nga ba yung kung gustong makuha ng future generation, but also matutugunan natin kung ano yung gusto natin. So when we talk about sustainability, I want you to remember that it is not simply environmental protection, but it is about the continuity of the well-being over time. So, ibig sabihin, kung halimbawa ngayon natutugunan natin yung needs, dapat sa future generations, matutugunan din natin. Okay, so pag pinag-usapan din natin itong ano no, tong sustainability, there are three pillars na pwede nating ano no na pwede nating makita no yung mga interdependent dimensions, ibig sabihin umaasa sila sa isa't isa. Number one dyan ay yung tatawag natin na environmental sustainability na kung saan ang kanyang goal is to protect yung mga natural systems na meron po tayo. Dagat, no? So, forest, and even yung ating po mga likas na yaman ay part na itong environmental sustainability. On the other hand, when we talk about economic sustainability, kailangan yung viability ng long-term economic plans natin ay nangyayari po. No? So, ibig sabihin, yung mga ginagawa natin na measures, ginagawa natin ng mga polisiya, dapat naakma ito hindi lang for short term, but also in the long run. Okay? At yung pangatlo is yung tinatawag natin na social sustainability, in which pinag-uusapan natin dito yung values ng equity, inclusion, and social justice, na kung saan hindi lamang yung may kaya o kaya yung mga mayayaman yung makaka-experience nung dapat nating ma-experience or yung dapat natin no, magamit ng mga resources. So dapat dapat equitable, ibig sabihin patas para sa lahat. Kung sino yung nangangailangan, supposedly makukuha dapat nila kung ano yung kanila pong gusto. So, dako tayo doon sa usapin naman ng development na napakahalaga, no? Kasi syempre, pag pinag-usapan natin sustainability, ito naman yung gusto natin. Kaya nga natin siya ginagawa. So, historically, yung development daw po was being equated with the economic growth that is being measured by GDP. Yung post-World War II modernization theory treated yung development natin as something na industrialization and economic expansion according to Todaro and Smith noong 2020. But when we talk about growth, it does not automatically mean that there is an improved quality of life during that time. So ulitin ko lang, that was actually the the classical view ng ating pong development. Okay, so syempre as time goes by, syempre nagkakaroon tayo ng ano no ng evolution pagdating sa perspective ng development. So meron tinatawag na human development perspective in which yung development daw po is all about access to education, access to healthcare, political freedoms and economic opportunities. If mapapansin mo no or kung nung nakaraang or classical point of view ng development, ang ating tinitingnan lamang ay at GDP. Pero ngayon, tinitingnan natin yung human ano no yung human person as something na magiging recipient ng development. So in which no yung UNDP noong 1990 institutionalized this using yung tinatawag natin na Human Development Index which combined yung income, education and yung life expectancy. Now, pagka ano no pagkalipas din ng ilang panahon nagkaroon din tayo ng ano no ng point of view that development is a structural transformation because your modern scholars will see development as something na number one, there's institutional strengthening. Dapat may tiwala ang tao sa mga institutions na nagpapatakbo ng kanila pong ano ng kanila pong lugar. Second, there should be a reduction of inequality na kung saan yung mga mahihirap at saka mayayaman most likely no yung gap nila ay hindi ganun kataas. Third, there will be good governance, no? Syempre, yun naman ang ina-expect natin coming from the government as we have mentioned also no kung mapapansin niyo kung bakit ba nabuo yung gobyerno and yung environmental protection na napakahalaga in order for us to attain yung equity no both generations and even yung ating pong ano no yung ating pong mga pangailangan today and even tomorrow. So development today must be understood as multidimensional and normative and not just economic. Okay? So as we also ano no differentiate yung governance versus government, alam natin that government refers to formal institutions that exercise po mga kapatid yung ating pong authority. On the other hand, governance refers dun sa process ng ginagawa po ng gobyerno. So, mas malawak yung usapin ng governance compared sa government. So, kung titingnan natin yung ating ano no, yung ating pong perspective sa English, pag sinabi mong government, it is a noun. Pag noun siya, ibig sabihin ito yung formal institution. On the other hand, verb yung governance, ano, it's a process. So, ibig sabihin, meron pong mga nagaganap po rito. So it will include yung state actors natin, yung private sector, civil society, and your international organizations. And it is about how it is about ano no, how power is exercised and not just who exercises it. Ibig sabihin, ito po yung proseso. Ito yung ginagawa po natin. So as we define yung good governance, no, so yung UNDP identified no yung characteristics ng good governance. So lagi natin binabanggit that a person is for good governance pero hindi naman natin nasasabi kung ano nga ba yung characteristic nito, no. So number one, participation, no. So it's expected that your citizens are participating whenever there's governance. Number two, it should be the rule of law, no. Pag sinabi yung rule of law, ibig sabihin no, ang pinapatupad po natin dito ay yung batas at hindi yung gusto ng tao. Number three, there should be transparency na lahat ng ginagawa natin, no, syempre hindi ito naka-privatize kasi nga it's part of the government. So ibig sabihin there's no such thing as something na ano no, as something na ang point natin dito ay merong privacy kasi nga it's actually for the people. Responsiveness sa pangailangan ng ano no pangailangan ng taong bayan, kailangan mga kapatid natutugunan po ito. Yung consensus orientation, despite the fact na magkakaiba tayo ng pananaw, dapat meron daw po tayong ano na mag-e-end up ng isang desisyon na pakakapakinabangan ng lahat or kung hindi man yung nakararami. Yung equity and inclusiveness na lahat ng tao, mayaman, mahirap, no, kasi sila po ay part. Effectiveness and efficiency, balikan lang natin discussion. When you say effectiveness, no, isa itong bagay na napaka-different naman on the efficiency. Pag sabi mo effectiveness, nakihit mo yung target, nasa doon tayo sa may output. On the other hand, when we say efficiency, no, even though na hindi mo ma-meet yung target, pero gumagamit ka ng few resources, no, most likely you are efficient. Nandun ka naman sa may process. And lastly, yung titawag natin na accountability. When we say accountability, napapanagot natin yung dapat pong mapanagot kung sakali mang may mali sa decision making. And in public administration, yung governance quality determines whether sustainability goals succeed or fail. So to summarize our discussion for this session, no, I want you to I want you to look at this table. So when we say sustainability, ang ating pong question is that can this continue in the long run? At yung public administration implication nito is that there is a long-term planning and resource stewardship. Now, when we talk about development, ang core question natin dito is, are people's lives improving? At yung implication nito in public administration, inclusive and capability enhancing policies. When we talk about governance naman, pinag-uusapan natin dito yung tanong na paano nga ba nakakreate yung decision. At yung implication nito sa public administration is there's institutional quality and accountability. And that's it for our discussion about the introduction to the concepts of sustainability development and governance. So if you have any questions, just comment your ano no your question or any feedback dun sa ating comment box below, and I will definitely answer it kung sakali man no na magkaroon tayo nito sa succeeding nating sessions. So again, this is your professor. Thank you very much. This has been Sir Krip. See you on the succeeding videos for sustainable development and governance.